Good morning. My name is Buck Buchanan. I happen to be the godfather of one of your teachers, Tabitha Burkhardt. And she has asked me to share with you today some of my experiences in the Marine Corps, but also as a veteran. So today, of all days, Wednesday, November 10th, happens to be the 246th year for the United States Marine Corps. It's our birthday. So what a great day to talk to you about what it's like to be a veteran. A veteran. A veteran is a person that went from civilian life, going to public school, having a good time, to commit to a service. One of the 6 services, actually. We have the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Marine Corps, the Coast Guard, and Space Force. 6 of them. And if you spent your time in there and came to the end of your commitment, once leaving, you are considered a veteran. Nobody can take it away from you. You never lose it. You are always a veteran. With that said, we earned that right to be called a veteran. Some of us gave some in the line of duty. Some of us gave all in the line of duty. It's the only job I've ever applied for that I gave the employer a blank check that could be filled in with my life to pay to the country. But it was a thing called patriotism. It was a thing called commitment to service. It was a thing called the urge to serve. In my case, I wanted to follow my dad's footsteps into the service. He was in the Air Force. My brother went in the Army. I wanted something more difficult. I chose the Marine Corps. I got everything I asked for. I got the travel. I got the hard work. So why did we go? Why did we do it? Some of us did it to travel. I know I was on the Midwest farming community as far from the sea as I could get in the middle of the country. And I wanted to see places overseas, and that was my call. I remember it hit me in March of 1974, right after football season. I felt that I could go to college. I could play football. 4 more years of school. Didn't want it. I wanted to become part of something. So, 6 days after high school, I graduated from the Marine Corps. This is my mom. It was a great day. I learned to run. I learned to sweat. I learned to work as a cohesive unit. I learned about my Corps. I learned about my country. I learned a lot of things in a short period of time. And in August of that year, I was sent to my first duty station in Kaneohe, Hawaii, the 50th state. Never been there. Never been on an airplane except for flying to boot camp, my second flight. And then my third flight happens to take me to Hawaii. In 3 years on the island of Hawaii, the 1st Marine Brigade deployed 7 or 8 different floats out of there, or they call them deployments. And of that, I made at least 4 in 3-year period. So I didn't spend a lot of time on the island. I spent a lot of time on the water. I got to see a lot of oceans, the Pacific. I got to see Korea. I got to see Japan, Okinawa, Guam, Singapore, and got to see Australia. That was my commitment for the 1st Marine Brigade. To be a veteran, we're one of 19 million people that are out of the service now as veterans amongst a country of 330 million. That means that 10% of us, a little less than, that's 1 out of 10, 10 out of 100, become veterans. It's a pretty small part of us. If you look around the room, 1 in 10 of you will go down this path and become a veteran. And I applaud you. But what makes you be a veteran? The call to serve. Reason for joining. The call to service. To serve. Some will listen and some will not. Most that are called will give some, and unfortunately some will give all. But all veterans will celebrate their service on Veterans Day in this country on November 11th. And you will see the numbers of veterans that are around you that live quietly amongst us.